Hello, third grade. This week we are going to be practicing how to identify the main idea and supporting details in a story. So, the main idea is the most important part about the topic. The topic of the book is the person, place, thing, or idea that is being written, and the supporting details provide information that explain, define, or prove the main idea. When you are identifying the main idea of a story, it's helpful to first identify what that topic is. Then you can decide what the author wants you to know about the topic, which will be the main idea. And then you can identify those supporting details, which will explain the main idea. So, like I just mentioned, those steps to finding the main idea, first thing you're going to want to do is identify the topic. Okay. When you're identifying the topic, you're going to ask yourself, what is this article mostly about? Once you've identified the topic, then you will be able to find the main idea. Okay. When you're finding the main idea, you will ask yourself, what does the author want me to know about this topic? After that, to identify the supporting details, you will decide what is the author saying about the main idea. Okay, those facts or details will describe the main idea. So we're going to practice doing this together. Now, I want you to grab a pencil and paper so you can do this with me. So you can go ahead and pause the video now to get your necessary materials to complete this assignment. I'm going to move on. Okay, I'm going to read this passage to you. Okay. After I'm done reading, we will together identify the topic of this passage, identify the main idea, and then find those details that are explaining the main idea. It says, what do you need to bring on a picnic? First, you will need to bring a basket. Put your food in the basket. It will be sunny at the picnic, so bring sunscreen and water. Next, you'll need to bring a blanket to sit on. Last, you'll need to bring toys or balls to play with at the park. Now, you can go on a picnic. Okay, so remember, when we identify our main idea and those details, the first thing we're going to want to do is ask ourselves, what's the topic of the passage we are reading? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and ask you, I want you to ask yourself, what is the topic? What are we reading about? Okay, so if you said picnics, you are correct. The topic of this passage is picnics. Now, let's be more specific. What would the main idea be about this passage, or what does the author want you to know about picnics? Okay, go ahead and on your paper, pause the video and write what you think the main idea of this passage is. I'm going to go ahead and move on. So, for my organizer, for main idea, I wrote it is what to bring on a picnic. Okay. Normally, when you're trying to identify the main idea, you can find it in the very first sentence. Another clue would be to find it in the title of the story. Okay. We don't have a title for this passage, but that could be another way to be able to identify that main idea. So the first sentence here says, what do you need to bring on a picnic? Okay. If we restate this question, we would get our main idea, what to bring on a picnic. Okay, next, we will identify 3 details about our main idea. So remember, those supporting details are telling you what are supporting that main idea. So the main idea here is what to bring on a picnic. What are some of the details in the passage that tell you what to bring on a picnic? Okay, go ahead and pause the video and write in 3 details on your paper. And then you can compare your answers to Miss Farmer's. I'm going to go ahead and move on. Remember, you pause the video now so you can complete this. Okay. So, the 3 details that I found in this passage are, First, you need a blanket for food. So that's the first thing that they told you to bring on a picnic. It's right after that first sentence. Okay. The next thing that they told you that you need is a blanket to sit on. It's right here. Next, you'll need a blanket to sit on. And the last thing that they told you to bring on the picnic are toys or balls or something to play with at the park. So that's the last thing that they told you. Remember, these details are supporting this main idea, okay? They're telling you what to bring on the picnic. They're specifically telling you that. So, great job completing this organizer with me, okay? Now on the next slide, you are going to read a passage about Earth Day and complete your main idea and key details organizer. Good job, third grade.